Bienvenue à tous. This is Reporters Plus here on France 24. In this special edition, an eyewitness report from our team following the forces trying to liberate Mosul from the Islamic State group. The initially swift progress towards Iraq's second biggest city has now slowed. A war of attrition has set in with battles to gain every street, every house along the way. And the tragedy deepens when you realise that more and more civilians are getting caught in the crossfire. Mosul's been held by the jihadists since June 2014. It's where ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi declared his caliphate, his terror land, which at that time stretched from Mosul across the border over to Raqqa in Syria. While that territorial grab is being taken back piece by piece, there's still a bloody battle ahead to force out the extremists. Matthieu Mabin and Nourdin Beziou are with Iraq's anti-terrorist unit as they try to take back Mosul. This report contains images of warfare. Some might shock, but it shows the reality of the struggle to defeat the extremists.
An improvised first aid point in eastern Mosul. This young boy just avoided the blast, but his father was less fortunate. For the past 2 months, fleeing civilians have been crossing paths with Iraqi troops on their way to fight Islamic State jihadists.
Get in, we're going to the front line.
We head for ground taken the day before. Tanks heavily damaged by mines line the route. At the controls, Corporal Jassim. He's 21.
There were a lot of them in this neighbourhood. We surrounded them and killed them all. And we still haven't collected the bodies. There's another one there. He was one of the big guys. This is what awaits them. They'll be eaten by dogs. Okay, we've arrived.
We're with the Golden Division, who've been at the forefront of the battle for Mosul for the past 2 months. Around 10,000 fighters make up this elite Iraqi anti-terrorist unit. They've been handpicked, trained and equipped by US Special Forces and are better paid than their fellow soldiers. An army within an army. "2 p.m. on the front line and the sky is blocked out by a sandstorm. It means air support's impossible, and the jihadists are taking advantage. The sight of these fleeing families confirms an attack is underway.
Stop! Stop there!
Undo your jackets. Open them and walk slowly this way.
In Mosul, there's a constant risk of suicide attacks.
We're getting away from here. The fighting in our neighborhood is really heavy.
Within minutes, crowds of people fill the streets. A battlefield full of civilians. A nightmare scenario for the soldiers.
Jamil, bring these two in here and give them something to eat.
The sandstorm intensifies. These families have just escaped the jihadists. But Islamic State group snipers have entered the neighborhood.
Sniper.
Can you hear? Snipers. Take a cigarette.
Thanks.
For these men, it's their first in 2.5 years. Smoking is strictly forbidden by so-called Islamic State.
Stay sheltered in this house. There's a lot of shooting outside.
This is going to last a long time.
Yes, it'll take a while.
Night is about to fall, and stones throw from the house. Enemy snipers have scared away these policemen who were guarding reconquered ground.
Ah, there you are. Where's your post?
Over there.
Where? Be precise.
Right there.
Okay, we're going and you're coming with us.
They're escorted back to their post.
They were scared to death.
At night, the unit takes refuge in abandoned homes.
For us, Special Forces, the Golden Division, it's not like in an ordinary army or police unit. The officers and men are like brothers. The ties that bind me to my comrades are stronger than family ties.
Of course, we've had special training, which makes us stronger. But our real strength is in our cohesion and our commitment to the mission. If we didn't have this special bond, we wouldn't be as capable. As the captain said, we're one block. We're not supermen, just Iraqi citizens doing our duty.
An American-inspired mentality unique in the Iraqi army.
That's nice and sweet.
It's been a short night. A last chance to relax before the offensive. With the mercury at 2 degrees Celsius, the men try to stay warm and keep their nerves at bay. Not all of them will survive the day.
Today we're going to retake the neighborhoods of Tamim, Garshima and Habunis, and then continue towards the bridges over the Tigris and raise the Iraqi flag under Daesh's noses.
Despite the bravado, the real mission is less ambitious. The men are targeting 800 metres of ground lost the previous day. HQ has laid out the plans. Mosul, in Iraq's far north, is where Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi proclaimed his caliphate in 2014. After 2 months of combat, the Iraqi army has recaptured just a quarter of the city from the jihadists. It's an attritional battle fought street by street. And today, the fight is for the Al-Tamim neighborhood.
The soldiers will be in front by foot, reinforced by armored vehicles. We're going to engage the enemy frontally and then clear out the area.
Leading the advance is the Mosul battalion. Lieutenant Colonel Taha is handing down final orders.
Come here, Brahim. Move closer. Into position, guys. Brahim, when I say so, we open fire with the heavy machine gun.
This officer from senior command is leading the maneuver and gets it underway himself. The battalion unloads all of its weaponry at once. It's a US-style total assault with a volley of outgoing fire providing cover as they move forward. After 3 minutes of fighting, the first injury. It's Colonel Taha. He's been hit in the head by shrapnel from a rocket.
A bandage. Bring me a bandage. It's nothing. Hurry up. Tight as you can to stem the blood flow. Put on another one. Give me the rocket launcher.
Upstairs, the group keeps up the pressure on the jihadists, who respond in kind. The battalion's being outgunned and radios for help.
Kirkuk, Kirkuk, send in the armoured vehicles.
It's a wide street, a 100-metre run under the jihadist bullets. They make it past the first obstacle, but tiredness begins to set in. Time for a quick rest, an update on the situation with HQ, and then it's back into the fold.
We need to decide which group's going first.
We need to go straight ahead, then we'll fork to the right.
In this labyrinth of streets, there are plenty of places to hide. And the troops search every alley and every house to avoid being ambushed from behind. They keep up the firepower as they head through this crossroads.
Somebody's inside. Open the door. Open the door.
Danger comes from the rooftops.
Open the door! Open the door!
Put up your hands and get out. Pull up your shirt.
Suicide attacks remain the biggest fear.
Okay, get back inside now.
Open the damn door!
They've made it through the first block of houses. The jihadists are close by but hidden and the battalion must move closer still.
We need to go up and then cross over there.
Can you see them?
Yes, come on, let's go. Come here. Bring me the ammo. There's two of them there. We'll move round and corner them. I promise you we'll get them. Guys, we're coming by your street and we're going to corner them.
Downstairs, the defences are taking shape.
We're blocking the road with these vehicles to protect us from car bombs.
Car bombs, which have proved the biggest cause of death for Iraqi special forces. A counter-attack from the jihadists, and the battalion is forced to retreat. The troops run once more towards the enemy. It may look deserted, but this neighborhood is still full of families, holed up and terrified.
Where are you going? We're here to protect you.
90% of Mosul's population is Sunni, as are the fighters of the so-called Islamic State. Many in the city had long felt abandoned by Baghdad and offered little resistance to the jihadists. Now, there's deep mistrust between residents and these predominantly Shia soldiers. In the house next door, the troops discover a group of men of fighting age.
Show me your face, hurry up. You, come here. Get in there. Anyone moves, I'll take you down.
The photos are sent through to HQ for identification.
Look, here are my papers.
You're four young guys on your own. That's strange. What are you doing here?
We're cousins.
Okay, show me your hands.
The soldiers are checking to see if the men are combatants. The use of firearms leaves traces of powder and residue under the fingernails. But they find nothing suspicious.
Okay, that's enough.
The fight's been going on uninterrupted for the past 3 hours. Each machine gun's gone through 2,000 rounds, and for the second part of the operation, the most difficult, they need more ammunition. These men haven't eaten since dawn, and 2 more blocks of houses need to be taken for the day's objective to be met. It's not far, but the fight feels like an eternity. Retreating jihadists have left behind their suicide vests. Another firefight begins. The armoured vehicles enter the action.
Move, quick!
The plan seems to be working. The jihadists find themselves trapped between fire from the vehicles and the foot soldiers. But at the end of this road, the enemy's holding on, and there's no question of going any further without cover. That means passing through houses and across rooftops.
Ahmed, grab this and pass it on, okay?
All this in order to launch an attack from the rear. On the rooftop, the group comes under fire from a lone sniper.
Careful, it's coming from over there.
He's a long way off.
Yes, but he's got us cornered here.
It's coming from one of the windows opposite.
Go on. He's opposite, on your right.
The group's sergeant takes action. And fires 3 clear shots.
Come and see.
The jihadists didn't have time to get away.
Okay, we got one, but there are more nearby.
At least 2 gunmen are still holed up out of sight in the building opposite. It's time to bring in an elite sniper in special camouflage. His precision weapon can strike targets up to 800 meters away.
Pass me my rifle.
He identifies the enemy.
Take that off. Got him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he fell behind a car.
The battalion's achieved its objective for the day, but not without casualties.
Take off your sock.
I can't. It needs to be cut.
For this soldier, the battle's over. A bullet has gone through his foot.
سيدي هذا بس رجله كلهم مفلشين. شو لسه تتزف؟ اي سيدي. هاي رصاصة يمكن. يلا.
In 8 weeks of fighting, almost a quarter of the division's men have been killed or injured. If the losses continue at this rate, the battalion will be out of action with less than half of the city retaken.
Pull the bandage tighter. Thanks.
Above, coalition bombers wait for coordinates before striking. HQ confirms the position.
أباشر بالتقدم حاليا لو أنتظر ضربة جوية أخرى.
يس جاي يشوف
ديروا بالكم شباب على كيف.
Wow, look at that.
The neighborhood is plunged into an eerie silence, the aftermath of a 200-kilogram bomb.
It's done. We got them all.
It's over for the jihadists in this neighborhood.
The men show off the spoils of war seized from the enemy. At least 4 jihadists have been killed here.
Did you search him properly?
Yes, it's done.
One figure remains unknown, the number of civilians killed in order to recapture just a few blocks of houses. The battle for Mosul was never going to be easy.
A report by Matthieu Mabin and Noureddin Bezieux with the voice of Chris Moore. The story then continues. We'll bring you every development as it happens. That's it for this edition. You can, of course, see it again via the website france24.com. Thank you for watching and stay with us here on France 24.